Today's a WRAL weather alert day for rain moving in. We also have some patchy fog to show you. I'll show you when the rain starts to get heavy and how much we could see.
Also, we have the WRAL storm tracker out there on the roads this morning, preparing you for your morning commute. This is a live look right now on Centennial Parkway here in Raleigh, and the conditions you can expect when you head out the door.
Breaking news this morning, a fire at a duplex in Raleigh. What we've learned from the scene in the WRAL breaking news tracker.
Also, rolling back tariffs, a new pause on tariffs for both the U.S. and China. The agreement that will help lower prices for Americans. A lot happening over the weekend here. We'll bring you up to speed on our Monday morning after that Mother's Day Sunday. Hope you had a great one.
I did, despite the soggy weather.
I know,
it was still very nice.
A little bit yucky, but it's nice to be with family. I'm Jeff Hogan. Good to have you with us.
And I'm Renee Chu. Yeah, no pause on the rain, apparently. Today is a WRAL weather alert day. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner tracking those showers there and also some foggy conditions.
Yeah, when I came in, meteorologist Chris Michael was talking about the same thing. Could have been a fog out there. Where we don't have rain falling is where you'll see some fog. And we do just have some isolated showers out there this morning. We'll zoom in here just north of Goldsboro. We have a little band of rain moving on up toward Wilson County. But we'll see more and more of this as we get through the day. It is a WRAL weather alert day. We have a flood watch that's in place right now up until about 8 a.m. Tuesday. But that's not when the rain ends. This is going to be the window of when the rain is heaviest, and we could see as much as 2 to 4 inches of rain. So those places where you are in your neighborhood that flood fairly frequently, just keep an eye out for those. At 10 a.m., we're starting to see more of the rain filling in, and it should be fairly widespread for us by lunchtime and heavy at times. That continues all the way through the evening commute, of course, tonight and into the day tomorrow. We take a live look here at Apex this morning, and it is wet out there, 67 degrees with a dew point of 63. What to watch for this morning? Some areas of fog, some road spray, of course, and some scattered showers. Hour by hour, temperatures stay cool today. We're in the 60s to start with. Highs will be in the low 70s.
As Elizabeth just told us, it is going to be a wet morning. We're also seeing fog out there. This is a live look at North Hills, where you can see that it's cloudy. Laura Levine is live in the WRAL Storm Tracker, giving us a look at the conditions on the roads. Laura, what are you seeing out there this morning?
Renee, good morning. We just hopped on the interstate here on I-40. As you can see, just a light drizzle here in this area from the WRAL Storm Tracker as we're going to make our way to Durham. And that's because heading into the station this morning, that's actually where I saw some scattered showers really begin to come down, especially also passing, Morrisville, RTP. But here in this area, just a light drizzle as we have our windshield wipers moving at a slow and steady pace. Right now, overall, the roads are pretty dry. But as Elizabeth just mentioned, we're also watching for that fog, especially in areas where we're not seeing rain across the triangle. That's really going to have an impact on drivers in their morning commute, those who are heading out to work this morning. So, of course, we're going to keep you updated on what we're seeing here in the WRAL Storm Tracker. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
The breaking news we're following right now. Crews in Raleigh are working at the scene of a fire at a duplex, and WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is at that scene. It's off Durley Road. And Kelsey, what are you seeing there right now? It looks active.
Yes, Jeff, it's still a busy scene here this morning at this duplex right now, but the WRAL breaking news tracker captured this video shortly after firefighters arrived. The battalion chief on scene says crews got a call just before 3 o'clock this morning. He says the fire is now under control, but 3 people were inside at the time. No one was injured. The battalion chief was able to confirm that the fire started inside the kitchen, but we're still working to find out what caused it. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
A biopharma company is expected to announce a major investment in North Carolina today. Governor Josh Stein is at an economic development conference in Maryland, where he's expected to announce those plans. Officials declined to name the company yesterday. Sources tell our NC Capitol team that a biotech company has been eyeing Wake County for an expansion that could bring $750 million to Holly Springs. State commercial officials are expected to meet early this morning, commerce officials, to discuss an economic development proposal. For updates on the announcement, be sure to check WRAL.com throughout the day.
A popular Raleigh restaurant is closed today after a chaotic scene on Mother's Day. Police say a fight at Big Ed's restaurant off Falls of Deuce Road led to a shooting that injured 3 people. Cell phone video shows the brawl. You see a scuffle and then hear 3 gunshots. You You see that crowd running for the door. Amanda Lewis was checking out when that happened. She was there in a group of 10 people, including 2 young children.
My husband grabbed myself and he grabbed our daughter, and we ran out of there.
3 people were injured in the fight. 1 was grazed by a bullet. Police say so far they have not made any arrests in the case. Big Ed's restaurant posted on Facebook saying the restaurant will be closed through tomorrow, and company leadership wants to ensure the necessary space is allocated for our staff to be with loved ones and to rest. The statement goes on to say, we extend our sincerest appreciation and deepest concern to our customers.
New this morning, the U.S. and China have agreed on a 90-day pause on most of the tariffs they've imposed on each other. This comes after officials from both countries held trade talks over the weekend. In Switzerland, U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports will be cut 30% from 145%. China's tariffs on U.S. imports will be cut to 10% from 125%. China's tariffs on U.S. imports, both countries say they will continue to discuss trade relations over the next few months.
Covering Durham County, the county manager will present her recommended budget for the 2025-26 fiscal year today. The presentation is happening tonight at 7 o'clock during the County Board of Commissioners meeting. One of the issues we'll be watching is property tax rates and whether they will go up. A public hearing on the budget is scheduled for May 27th. The board is scheduled to make a final vote on June 9th.
Today, child care providers in the Triangle and across the country will shut their doors, call out sick, or close down early to participate in the national A Day Without Child Care. This is video from last year's rally in Durham. Child care workers plan to rally today in Raleigh. It starts at 10 a.m. downtown on Edenton Street. They are calling for investment in the child care system. Policy demands in North Carolina include a $60 million pilot program to provide child care access for providers' own children.
This morning, President Donald Trump is expected to sign an executive order reducing the cost of prescription drugs. Trump says the price for prescriptions will go down almost immediately, between 30 and 80%. President Trump says the order will equalize drug costs around the world, and he says this is part of his most favored nation policy, which will make American prices the same as the nation that pays the lowest prices in the world.
A woman is hurt after shooting at an apartment complex in Raleigh. The shooting happened at the Trails of North Hills apartments. Police say the woman is expected to live. A person is hurt after a tree fell through a restaurant in Hope County. This happened at the Creekside Mill in Rayford. The business says the downed tree caused significant damage to the building. The person who was hurt was a customer. The Creekside Mill will be closed until further notice while they make repairs.
Carolina Hurricanes are 2 wins away from the Eastern Conference Finals, and tonight they will try to cut that number to 1. The Canes host the Washington Capitals for Game 4 of their series tonight at the Lenovo Center. Canes are up 2-1 in the series after their 4-0 win in Game 3 Saturday. Puck drop for tonight's home game is 7 o'clock, and after the game, only WRAL is breaking it down with expert analysis and exclusive insights. So don't miss our Canes exclusive post-game live tonight after every playoff game, 11:25.
High-profile trial. Opening statements in the trial for Sean Diddy Combs will begin today. Who we could see take the stand.
Honoring fallen heroes, the tribute in the Triangle, and the effort to keep firefighters safe from health risks that come along with the dangers in the line of duty.
Today and tomorrow are both WRAL Weather Alert days. This is a live look at the Museum of Natural Sciences in downtown Raleigh. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner is back after the break. She's timing out the heaviest rain and showing you the latest rain total projections.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
It is 4:42 on this WRAL Weather Alert Day. And of course, we've been talking about this for days and days. This is going to be the period where we see a lot of rain today and tomorrow in particular. But we still have a chance of some showers and thunderstorms into Wednesday and beyond as well. We take a look at what's happening right now. Just isolated showers out there. Nothing terribly heavy, but that changes as we get through the morning hours and especially this afternoon and overnight tonight. We do have a flood watch that's it's in effect, so we could see as much as 2 to 4 inches of rain total during this time period. And you can see how that really ramps up. By the time we get to lunchtime, we're looking at 100%. So if you had any errands you needed to do, anything you needed to get done, it'll be more pleasant to do it earlier than later. We take a live look at Sanford right now. We do have some foggy conditions out there. You can see that as we take a look at the camera behind us.
Today, opening statements begin in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs in New York. We could see Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, take the stand today. Prosecutors indicated they'll call 2 quick witnesses to the stand before Ventura. Her testimony is expected to take up most of this week. Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that include racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted on all charges, he could be sentenced to life in prison.
President Trump says the department plans to accept a Boeing 747 luxury jet from the royal family in Qatar. In a post to social media last night, the president says it is a gift to replace Air Force One. An official says the plane is technically being gifted from the Qatari Ministry of Defense to the Pentagon. Trump embarks on his first major foreign trip today, which includes a stop in Qatar.
2 people are dead after a home explosion in New Jersey. This blast was caught on camera, and neighbors' security cameras recorded the explosion here. It happened about 20 miles south of Philadelphia early Sunday morning. Fire crews were able to save 2 other homes that were damaged by the fire. The bodies of a man and woman were found in the rubble of the home that exploded. An investigation into what caused the explosion is happening right now.
Investigators believe a fire that burned a North Carolina Harris Teeter store was set on purpose. Crews responded to the grocery store in Charlotte on Saturday night. 90 firefighters worked for about an hour and a half to put the fire out. Officials say the flames caused about $500,000 in damage.
People in Pakistan were out on the streets last night celebrating the ceasefire between their country and India. The truce was mediated by the United States. It appears to be holding despite accusations of violations by both sides. President Trump said a night of talks helped to secure that deal. Both countries are armed with nuclear weapons.
It was a powerful scene in downtown Raleigh over the weekend. Nash Square surrounded by fire trucks as 13 fallen firefighters were honored. All 13 gave their lives in the line of duty. But family and friends say too many of those lost were struck down by a common killer. WRAL's Eric Miller explains.
Saturday's ceremony in the heart of downtown Raleigh came with bagpipes, drums, and a promise to never forget the 13 men whose names were added this year to the Fallen Firefighters Memorial. But Christy Burgess needs no help remembering one name on that list.
He was a veteran, he was a father, he was a son, he was a brother, he was a friend, he was a mentor, he was a lot of things.
Her husband, Nathan, a Raleigh firefighter, lost a battle not with flames but cancer inside Duke University Medical Center in 2023.
The statistics of firefighters with cancers is staggering, and he was one that said, if I can do this for my brothers to keep somebody else from walking this path, that's what my calling and this will be, and that was how he faced it.
Of the 13 firefighters whose names were added to the memorial Saturday, 5 died from job-related cancers, more than any other single cause. Family members, including Burgess, were presented with a single rose and flag, a reminder of their sacrifice.
Our purpose for today is to support the families and recognize those that we've lost.
Today's a really solemn day.
Fayetteville Deputy Fire Chief Adam Ferguson was attending to honor fellow Fayetteville firefighter John Bowen, whose name was also added to the memorial and who also lost a battle with cancer.
Something I'll never forget is he told everybody in there he remembered learning about firefighters and cancer prevention and stuff, and he believed every word of it, but he just never believed it would happen to him.
WRAL has reported for years on the risks firefighters face from cancer on the job, including from cancer-causing forever chemicals found in their own suits, and on the steps lawmakers have taken to increase support for firefighters facing job-related cancers. Christy Burgess has pushed for that increased support, but says it's not enough. She's continuing to try to raise awareness, hoping to prevent more names from ending up on this list.
We as a community, we as states, we as counties or whatnot need to put the health of our firefighters first.
In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
Happy to be downtown and see that support of all those vehicles there with the markings of their fire stations from the mountains to the coast. So a lot of folks out there supporting it. Elizabeth Gardner, meantime, over in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Let's take a look at our Monday weather here. Got some problems out there with this weather maker.
We do, so it's going to be messy for us. It may not feel like it so much this morning, but I wanted to start with a wide view, and you can see lots of rain back to our south and west, and that's coming in. This is going to be a very slow-moving, almost hardly moving kind of system that sits here and just brings us a good bit of rain. So it is. We have a flood watch that's in effect through early tomorrow morning. It's 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, and we'll see that off and on all the way through tomorrow morning. But it doesn't necessarily end there. We still have the potential for some scattered showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and for some later days this week. Here's a look a little closer to home. Some showers over Durham right now, as well as moving into Wilson County. We'll zoom in here and you can see Wilson County seeing some showers, Wilson in particular, and then Durham seeing a little shower roll through. Nothing terribly heavy right now, but places where we don't see rain are seeing some foggy conditions, so you may run into that this morning. Here's a look at our flood watch. It does include the entire viewing area except for Mecklenburg County, Virginia. Here's a look at Futurecast. Notice things are pretty scattered and isolated for us this morning, but once we get closer to lunchtime, we really see that rain filling in. There's noon, and you can see rain will be heavy at times through the afternoon, definitely during the evening commute all night tonight and into at least the first part of the day tomorrow. So that's when it really starts to get heavy. So if you have any errands to run, anything you need to get done, it'll be a little bit drier this morning. How much rainfall today? Around 1.5 inches, and then potentially another inch for Tuesday and another 1/2 inch on Wednesday. So lots of rain in our forecast for the next several days. This is a live look at what's happening here in downtown Raleigh. Lots of low cloud covers, some patchy fog out there this morning. 67 is our temperature, and temperatures will just hold in the low 70s. So temperatures won't climb much from where they are right now. Visibility is at about 2 miles in Raleigh and Durham and about 3 miles in Rocky Mount. So we're not seeing any of the sensors picking up fog, which would be 1/4 mile visibility, but definitely it's gray out there and there's a lot of low cloud cover. Our temperatures are mostly in the low to mid 60s right now. 65 Apex and Garner, 65 in Cary, 65 in Wake Forest. And again, we're only going to climb up into the low 70s this afternoon for Raleigh, Durham, and Fayetteville with that increased chance for rain. Going to the Carolina Hurricanes game, it's not going to be a good day for tailgating at all. Temperatures will be mild in the upper 60s to low 70s, but you'll want your umbrella, your raincoat if you're headed to the game. Weather alert day continues for tomorrow, but we also continue our chance for rain on Wednesday, again Friday into early Saturday. Notice it gets really warm for us, a high of 91 on Friday.
A milestone celebration, a 100th birthday for a World War II veteran in North Carolina. How he is still sharing his stories from the war 80 years later.
And coming up in the next half hour, a day without childcare. The way providers plan to get people's attention today as they call for more funding and better resources. It is 4:54 right now on your Monday morning, and a good morning to you, Clinton. Yes, there is some moisture in the air out there. If you don't get it on the ground, you're going to feel it in the air for certain. It's a little bit humid right now today, and there'll be some showers around our area as well. Marvel's new team of misfits and outsiders keeping a hold on the top spot of the box office. David Daniel has a look at the weekend's biggest movies.
There's a psycho dressed up like Brendo. To kill us.
Clown in a Cornfield opened in 5th place with $3.7 million, the best debut yet for its distributor, IFC Films. $6.1 million kept The Accountant 2 in 4th place. A Minecraft movie crossed the $400 million mark in domestic box office, taking 3rd place with $8 million. Sinners stayed in 2nd, grossing $21.1 million for a domestic total of $214 million.
We're taking you in, Val.
I don't think so.
Thunderbolts, a.k.a. the New Avengers, stayed on top with $33.1 million for a 10-day domestic total of $128 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A World War II veteran reached a major milestone. Louis Bourgault celebrated his 100th birthday on the USS North Carolina. He was born in 1925. He enlisted in the Marine Corps when he was 17 and fought at Iwo Jima in 1945.
Do you feel 100 years old?
No, I feel 140 years old.
It just reminds me how precious and important it is to maintain that connection with our legacy. He is definitely a living legacy for us as Marines.
Living legacy, he feels 140. Burkle now spends his time sharing what he experienced with guests who come aboard the USS North Carolina in Wilmington.
Looks great for 140.
Amazing.
Today, a new youth center will be unveiled in Durham. The Salvation Army is hosting a ribbon cutting for the new Bull City Youth Center. The goal is to provide a safe, empowering environment where young people can learn, grow, and thrive. That event starts 5 o'clock on Liberty Street. And Durham Bulls mascot Wooly Bull is nominated for the Mascot Hall of Fame class of 2025. As many as 4 mascots are inducted every year. You can vote through May 24th. Get them in.
National Police Week is now underway. We'll look at some of the events happening this week to honor law enforcement in the Triangle.
It's a busy travel day at RDU, where you're looking live right now. How weather and other issues across the country could cause some disruptions and inconvenience to your schedule.
We are watching the roads this morning as well. This is a live look at I-40 West near RTP from the WRAL Storm Tracker. Kent Smith will join us in a bit with how rain and fog could affect your commute.